You're watching Cat Roll Hunter, and today we are going to be coin roll hunting Canadian dimes. Stay tuned. Hey everybody, this is James and you're watching my channel Cat Roll Hunter, and I've had a hard time getting dimes. I put together 50 rolls here for this hunt. I had to do this over a few weeks and go to a few different banks to get rolls, sometimes 2 or 3 at a time, or a bundle, or less than a bundle. But I got 50 rolls and we're gonna hunt them. Last time we got silver 2 dime hunts ago, we got proof dimes. If we could find anything cool like that in this box, it'll be awesome. Dimes can be tough. They're really small, they're hard to see, but we know there's silver in them rolls sometimes, and we're hoping that this is gonna be one of those times. All right, let's dig in. Now, the first thing I always do is check the edges. I don't see anything silvery on this particular roll, but then I'm going to check every coin, look for any key dates. We're going to look for any low mintage coins, of course. We're going to look for any errors or varieties or color, because we can find color in Canadian dimes. And I'll pull you in every time we find something cool. We're already into roll number 5. We haven't found anything interesting yet, but we're going to get some Americans here. I can see that by that coppery edge. It looks like at least 4 of them. And there's one here with a really wide edge, but I think that's probably going to be a 90s coin. So I was pretty close. That coin that had a pretty wide rim was a 2000. We can check to see if it's got a P composition mark, which would be a low mint, and it does not. So 2000 with no composition mark. And then I'll take a peek at these Americans. They're just going to be clad, but you know, we find lots of them here in Canada. This one, for example, is a 2019 Denver. And in that same roll, we're going to find our first commemorative Blue Nose under sale 2021. Very cool. Roll number 8 is going to give us our 5th foreign. It's our 5th American, and this one is a 2016 Denver. Roll number 8, our very first coin, is going to be this 2017 commemorative. This is the Wings of Peace. Roll number 11 is going to have a couple of Americans, but I bring you in because we found something pretty interesting. We got a really nice looking 1979. It looks mostly uncirculated, a little bit of fingerprints, a little bit of a mark on the back. I'm not sure, that might just come off real easy, but that is a beauty. A 1979 in wonderful shape. Just at the end of roll number 12, and I didn't spot it because it has a reeded edge, but we've got a foreign coin in here. This is 10 cents from Barbados, and it is a 2017, and it features a bird, and that's a pretty awesome find in a roll of Canadian dimes. Roll number 13 is going to give us 3 US dimes, but it's also going to give us our second Blue Nose under sale non-color. We're hoping to find the color version too. Roll number 14, there's a 1968. That's a transition year. Some of these were minted in 50% silver. We got to get the magnet here if we want to test it out and see if this is silver or not, just to be sure. And it is sticking to the magnet. It is definitely not silver. I've just laid out roll 17 here, and we're finding some US coins at a pretty good clip. I see at least a couple more copper edges. We already have 21 of them on the board here. If only we could find silver at that rate, that would be just incredible. But we'll keep on looking. You never know. We got lots of rolls to go. Roll number 30 is going to give us our 3rd Blue Nose under sale, but we're still waiting to see if we can find some color in this year. Hey folks, my good friends at Lighthouse Canada sent me a huge care package. Let's get into this thing and see what we got. Okay, I got into that package and we got some pretty cool things here, I have to say. I'll save this big one for the last one, but these are some pretty cool things. We got a package of the Leuchtturm Ultra Intercept capsules. These capsules here are guaranteed for over 15 years to protect your coins from tarnishing. And this foam ring inside here has copper particles that essentially neutralize the atmospheric gases that are even trapped inside a coin ring, a capsule. So capsules generally protect your coins from the outside elements and the atmosphere and will minimize tarnishing. But with the technology that's sort of woven into this foam ring, it's guaranteed to neutralize the effects of the atmosphere, even the gases inside the capsule, for over 15 years. And in fact, I think the research showed it was good for even 30 or more. But in any case, we've got these. These are 36 millimeters, so these are just the right size for Canadian dollar coins, silver dollar coins. So that's awesome. The other things we got here are these square coin tubes, and I use these to store most of my coins. So people always ask me, what do you do with all of the older coins that you get? Anything that is older, like the King George VI, for instance, the King George V, I tube up in these capsules and then I label them so that they're protected and they're sealed up. And so here's some examples of ones from my collection. You can see here, I've got these coin tubes. I've actually printed off little labels that say what they are. So when they're sitting there, I can see easily these are wheat cents. This is Canadian nickels in the 20s and 30s. And these are 1973 RCMP quarters. My pennies, all of my older pennies, I actually store them here by year. So you would see 35, 36, 37, 38, essentially. So we've got a few here. So this is a good little start. You can get these on the lighthouse.ca website. I've got one here for pennies, nickels, and quarters. And then what I've got here is a set of tweezers. So any of you who are interested in stamp collecting, these little tweezers are a must. Stamps are really small and hard to grab, but this will allow you to do it without having to grab them with your hands and without damaging the stamp. This is an old King George V stamp that I found, so that's really cool. So now I wouldn't suggest that you use these tweezers to grab your coins. They're made of metal and they will scratch, but for those of you who are into stamps, this is great. And then this last thing I'm really actually very excited about, this is an album stand, the Present album stand. When I'm looking through my coins, I often just throw the album on the table and it's not really handy. Sometimes I want to be able to see it and stand it up and present some things so that I can see easily. So I'm going to open this up and we can see it's a beautiful wooden stand. So give me 1 second, I'll be right back. There it is in its glory. This is an adjustable solid wood stand. So what you can see, there's a little arm that swings down here. If I want to like lay this a little bit flatter, I can find another hole and then I can sit my album on that. What I'm going to do is grab an album and sit it on there so we can see what it looks like. So here's my Lighthouse Vista penny album. We're trying to fill this with our coin roll hunts. And this is also available at lighthouse.ca. And of course, this is just a pretty great way to display the album or to have it handy when I'm wanting to look at it. In fact, I might even use this for my Charlton guide alongside when I'm doing my hunts so I can flip back and forth. It's a bit of a pain to sort of throw the book somewhere and then have to grab it again. And this will also work for binders. I keep some of my coins in binders and then in coin pages in 2x2 flips. So this is a great addition to my collection. And if you want something like this, either of these, use the discount code CRH20 and get 20% off of your purchase immediately. You can benefit from that relationship that I have with Lighthouse. Just going through roll 32 and I just flipped over a coin and we're going to have color. That is the 2021 Blue Nose with the colorized water. And we've got another American in here. That is going to be our 31st in 32 rolls. So we're on pace to get a full roll of US, which is interesting, but not terribly uncommon. And it's a twofer. In that roll, we're going to have the non-colorized one as well. Cool. Roll 33, we got a pretty nice looking 1983. Doesn't look like it's got much in the way of circulation wear, maybe very lightly circulated. Roll 35, we've got a dark edge, and sometimes that is toned silver. And just as often, or maybe even more often, it is a more recent coin that has gotten some kind of environmental damage. The only way to find out, of course, is to pull it out and see what it is. Definitely toned. And it's a 1973. Very interesting. I'm not sure what that's all about. It's circulated. Definitely has some kind of environmental damage. Not silver. Just cracked into roll number 38. And as I'm doing this coin roll hunt, I'm actually watching Rob Finds Treasure, going through some half dollars, and he just found a silver. And I wonder if that gave us some good luck, because check this roll out. I see a very white edge there. I think we're going to have a silver dime. This box has been pretty tough so far, but let's put it down and take a peek and see. It has that look of silver, and it is a 1968. It is absolutely silver, 50% silver. If we want to be 100% certain, we will just get the magnet out, and it should not stick. And it doesn't. So we've got silver in the roll and silver in the box. 50% silver, 1968. That was the first year in, actually the second year for 50%. In 1967, there was a transition to 50% silver partway through the year. But in 1968, some were nickel and some were silver, and we got a silver. That's awesome. Roll number 42, when we found our second colorized blue nose, and you can see that enamel is just a little bit off kilter, which is pretty normal for these, but that's a good find. Roll number 48, we're going to have a couple more Americans. This is going to bring our total of US dimes up to, I think, 39. So we're getting close to a full roll. We're probably not going to get quite there because we've only got a couple more rolls to go. I'll bring you back if we find anything cool. And just at the back of that roll, we did find a cool find. This is our 5th blue nose under sale, the non-color version. Pretty cool. So here's roll number 50. An edge check tells me we're not going to find any more silver, but that's okay. We didn't get skunked. Looks like we're going to have one last US dime. That's going to bring our total up to 42. Not sure if we'll find anything else cool in here. If we do, I'll bring you in. If not, I'll do a little bit of wrap up and show you what we found. Well, 50 rolls of dimes hunted, and we found a few goodies. We got 41 US dimes, and we got this 10 cents. This is from Barbados from 2017. Always cool to find something foreign, and I mean besides all the US, here in Canadian rolls. In terms of our Canadian finds, it was pretty light. We got 6 of the blue nose under sale non-color, and we got 2 of those colorized ones. Those are cool. We found a couple of decent examples of older coins, and I say older with a bit of an asterisk. It's a 1979, pretty nice condition, and a 1983, better than average, absolutely. But our best find by far was this 1968 silver dime. Anytime you can get silver in a box, it's a good day coin roll hunting. That's 50% silver, and I'll take that any day of the week. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, coin roll hunting dimes for finds. We did get some finds here. We got silver in the box, and that's always great. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, Catroll Hunter, please subscribe now. I'd appreciate it. You'll find out when all of my new videos are coming out. And please give the video a like. That's always very helpful. Thank you so much for watching. I always appreciate it. We'll see you again next time. The sponsors of today's video are Lighthouse Canada and the Charlton Press. Lighthouse Canada is the leading supplier of high-quality numismatic supplies in Canada, and the Charlton Press is the leading publisher of coin and paper money catalogs and price guides for Canadian collectors. Go check out their online stores today and use the exclusive discount code CRH20 for 20% off all your purchases.